Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 70 of Heard You Like Me, and this one is titled Kiss, Kiss, Hug. And so that's exactly what happened. It indeed wasn't long at all. In fact, the day arrived before you knew it, and suddenly it was the night beforehand, and you were in the kitchen with your girls. Are you going to sleep tonight? Jirou asked you as you and her cuddled on the lounge while Momo made you all coffees in the kitchen behind you both. Well, I'm not going to get a lot of sleep on purpose, you said. I need my quirk to be peaking a little, but I also don't want it to go into overdrive, so maybe I'll get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. That seems to be my sweet spot, you said, as you bent your head down to the top of hers and kissed her on the head. She smiled and tilted her head back to you, and you craned your head over hers and then kissed her on the lips, just as Momo was carrying over the 3 mugs of coffee on a tray. She looked up as she rounded the lounge chairs and saw you kiss, just as she was coming over, and she blushed heavily. Oh, I've never seen them kiss like that before, she thought, as she finished the last of her trip, and you heard her and looked up at her as she came over. You watched her facial expressions, but she didn't seem to be upset or anything. If anything, she appeared to be curiously aroused by it, and you looked at her blushing cheeks. Come here, baby, you said invitingly to her, lidding your eyes as she got closer. She kept that blush on her cheeks as she gently placed the trays down on the table beside the lounge and then came over to you. You tilted your head to the side so that she could lean down, and then you pressed your lips to hers. Because Jirou was laying in your lap, she was very close to the action and looked up to see you both kissing, her inner thoughts sharing with you her true thoughts. That's hot. I wish I could also be in on that kiss, she thought. You didn't say anything, you just had the same thoughts as her, but you had told Momo that you weren't going to push her into anything she wasn't ready for, and so were determined to keep to your promise, but you hoped that one day you would all be able to be like this together. After finishing the kiss, you then sat Jirou up and scooted around so that you could all sit on the lounge side by side and enjoy your coffees while chatting about the upcoming day. Everything all set now, Momo? You asked her as you took a sip of coffee. Yes, I'm pretty sure everything is set, she said. The boys look so good in their waiter dresses, you said with a small chuckle. I only got glimpses, but the inner thoughts I heard were wild. And the girls' waiter outfits, Jirou added. Yeah, man, you guys looked hot as heck. We're going to turn so many people tomorrow, you joked. What's your outfit, Yin? Jirou then asked you as she took another sip of coffee. I still don't know, you said, throwing Momo a glance. I've been told I can't see it until tomorrow, so I'm absolutely screwed if Momo has tricked me. I've told you I'm not tricking you, Momo said defensively. I've worked really hard on this one, so I hope you like it. You leaned over and gave her a kiss on the cheek. I will, I know I will, you said with a loving smile. I can't wait for tomorrow. You all chatted until the coffee had been drunk, and then Momo yawned. Okay, time for you ladies to be up and off to bed, you said. We have a huge day tomorrow, and I'm not going to be the reason for your falling asleep on the job, so off to bed you go. When are you coming to bed, Yin? Momo asked. I'll stay up for an hour or two, and then I'll come to bed, you said. I was just saying to Kyoka that I want my quirk to be on its game tomorrow, so I need a little left sleep. Okay, Momo said as she stood up, and then offered to take your and Jirou's mugs. But don't stay up all night. Yes, Mum, you joked, smiling as Jirou got up as well. I'm going to go now too, she said. Yeah, sleep well, babe, you said to her, taking her hand in yours and then squeezing it and then pressing the back of it to your lips to give it a kiss, and then you let her go. Night, Yin, she said as she turned to leave. I'll just wash these up and then I'll go too, Momo said as she walked with Jirou over to the kitchen sink. Sleep well, Momo, Jirou said as she went to leave. Oh, you too, Kyoka. Wait, let me give you a hug, Momo said, reaching out to Jirou, and the shorter girl stepped over and they embraced for a second, and then Jirou pulled back, gave Momo a smile before leaving the room. You watched from the corner of your eye and smirked at the interaction. Well, that was interesting, you thought. Momo has never hugged her like that before. You kept your thoughts to yourself, though, and pulled your phone from your pocket to start doom scrolling, but Momo's inner thoughts caught you before you could get started. Hey, Yin? She asked in her mind. Yeah, baby? You asked out loud, not looking up at her as she started washing the coffee mugs. I was watching you kiss Kyoka, she said in her mind. Yeah? You asked idly, pausing in your scrolling but not looking up at her just yet. I liked that, she said in her mind. You looked up at her. She was blushing but was refusing to look at you as she kept washing the mugs before her. Did you? You finally asked. Did you want to join? She said in her mind. I'm not so sure just yet, but I'll definitely think about it. She thought. I'd be more than happy to have you join, you said reassuringly to her. Nothing better than everyone being involved. She just nodded her head, and you smiled and then looked back down at your phone. Well, that's some serious progress, you thought. After Momo had finished washing the mugs and said goodbye to you, she left, and you figured that she needed a little time alone to think about whatever it was that she wanted to think about, and you just wanted to catch some downtime before the big day tomorrow. You set a timer on your phone so that you wouldn't stay up too late, and then sat there and scrolled through memes and videos until your timer went off, and then you got up to go to bed. Man, it's going to be an awesome day tomorrow, you thought as you snuck into your and Momo's room and then stripped off and just kept your shorts on. It was getting much hotter these days, and sleeping in just your boxer shorts was the way things were done for this time of year. It just felt right. And so the next morning, you woke to Momo's hand on your stomach and her head tucked into the crook of your arm, and you stifled a yawn as you stretched and then wrapped your arms around her, feeling her soft breath on your skin. What a way to wake up, you thought as you checked your watch and then looked down. You looked down just as Momo started to wake up, and she slowly opened her eyes and then blinked and focused on your body. Oh my, Yin, I'm so sorry, she gasped in her morning voice. I didn't realize that you had no top on. Don't be silly, you chuckled. You've seen me in less. She blushed and you wrapped your arms around her and then dragged her on top of you. Let me have a lovely morning wake-up call before all hell breaks loose and I accidentally order 14 coffees to table 5, you joked. Oh, you will be just fine today, Momo said as she bent her head down to give you a kiss. I believe in you. At least someone does, you replied with a smile. But no, I'm actually really excited for today. I am too, Momo said. We're going to win this. I just know it. If we don't win in budget, we'll win for overall success and numbers, she said. We always do things plus ultra here. You know what else is plus ultra? You asked her. What? She asked innocently. This, you said, smacking her on the backside. Oh, Yin, you're terrible, she giggled, giving you another kiss before rolling back the other way, and you rolled with her so that you were now on top. Terrible indeed. Stay tuned for chapter 71 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.